Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 48. Wow!
All right.
We've got your usual boring old hosts, myself, Yam Juice.
And I'm Flex.
But today, we have scored a major coup. We have got none other than the world's most famous cod-playing dog, Ozymandias, in the house!
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
So I saw that you were live streaming earlier today, but you quit before I got home from work, you bastard.
I'm sorry about that. But literally in the middle of it, we had me, Smite and Fatty, Wolf of Lena, Mandy Button, and my tech support guy, T-Gizzle. We were doing a live stream, just kind of testing out. It was the first live stream I've done with multiple people. I just started live streaming not a little under a month ago, and so it's really fun. I mean, like most people just know me for like little snippets and videos that I usually put on the channel and whatnot, or lack thereof lately. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, live streaming is it's a very interesting experience because you actually get to something that I've noticed on live streams compared to just making a video on YouTube is that like you actually get to correspond, like, or that's probably the wrong word. Dog vocab. Probably get to like interact with your fans a bit more, and like actually get to hear what they say, and like you look on the chat and everything, and it's just like, oh, Ozzy, do this, or Ozzy, you suck. It's just like, oh, it's funny, it's awesome, and so, yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I know. That's how I found you. I was looking for somebody to watch live streaming, and we were playing Red Dead Redemption, and you were like riding around killing zombies or whatever it was, and it was like you're hilarious when you live stream.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I was wondering because, like, you know, I mean, when you think like talking dog, you usually think, oh, all right, mass person's age you're probably gonna find is like 13, 14, and I see Believe What pop into the stream. I'm like, oh, all right, this is probably another kid. I'm like, hey, just for are we allowed to swear on this? Is this here?
Oh yeah, anything goes.
Want.
Oh, fucking sweet. All right. Just shits and giggles. Like, how old's everybody here? And we had like, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yeah, 54. Wait, what? All right. Both sides.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. I was like, I thought, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
No,
check it out.
I think that's awesome. Honestly, I could definitely, if I live up to 54, I could see myself being the next Yam Juice. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to teach my kids how to play COD and everything, and it's going to be great. All the pups.
Well, you know what? I didn't discover video game until way, way later. I mean, I was probably about 50 when I first was getting my feet wet in this thing, and now I wish to hell that I'd got started earlier because I was there for Pong. I was there for Pong.
Oh, Pong.
Oh, man.
Back in them days.
I kid you not. I kid you not. You could go to the department store when I was in junior high school, and you could buy a Pong brand new, and it was the greatest, latest thing. I don't know, it was like $400, to buy a Pong.
$400 to buy a Pong. Oh my God, you'd be lucky if you get like 10 cents for the thing nowadays, huh?
Actually, the nostalgia is pretty good. So this is our co-host Flex. He's almost super old.
Oh, are you kidding me? You guys age like fine wine. I'll tell you that right now.
No, thank you. I don't feel like wine, but
no.
So how old are you in dog years?
In dog years, let's see here. Just turned 3, carry the 4, times the 7. 21 in dog years. And as a side note, Tom, the camera guy, the guy who records me, he just turned 18. That's fun. That's fun stuff.
Oh wow, he's legal. He could be sued.
Yes.
Probably will be.
Oh, most likely.
Animal cruelty, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Always dangling that bacon bit right in front of the camera. I'm just like, oh, as soon as we get done recording, just bang goes the kneecap. I'm telling you right now.
And he's not going in juvie either. He's going as the rape your ass prison.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm talking about that straight Alcatraz for him. Mob of the Dead style.
The big house.
Now, I've got a question. Tom seems to have this fixation on Mandy Button. According to what my sources are, and I have sources everywhere,
Oh.
So how's he doing? How's he doing on that front?
Well, it's very interesting. I keep telling Tom, like, hey, you got to keep your eye on the prize. I don't pay you to go off and go flirting with no ladies and whatnot. And it's funny because I happen to have a source on Mandy Button, and what Tom doesn't know is that she's actually married. So he's in for a shock when he tries to go meet her.
The poor bastard. He would never see it coming.
Yeah.
Just like a 2x4 between the
Okay.
eyes.
Okay, well, it's just my sources are like telling me the wrong things here. I'm gonna have to hire new sources. Flex, get the hell out.
Oh.
So-
my goodness.
So, are you a New York dog? I thought you were a Texas dog.
A little bit Texas, a little bit of New Yorkie, got a little bit of Japanese. I mean, Shiba Inu is, I am a Japanese bred dog, and I guess it fit the occasion because, backstory behind me was Dripper, or I guess Drifter as you humans call him, happened to have asked his wife to marry him by putting a little ring around my neck and promising me if I went up there and I looked all cute and fluffy and she said yes, then he would keep me, not send me back to the pound, and feed me all the bacon and tell me I'd be famous. And, well, she said yes, and here I am, so.
Well, you are very, very fluffy. I understand that you're getting a little chunky, though. What's the deal
Well-
with that?
Well, I'm sure as you've read up on the Twitter, I had a bit of a case of heartworms, and, well, a lot of humans, I think you call it comfort food. There was a lot of bacon at that time. I had to make sure the heartworms were fed just long enough for me to distract them before I could send my own worm army in there and just kind of counter kill them. It was massive blood and gore and disgustingness, and then I shit out the heartworms. But for that time, I had plenty of people, plenty of minions. Oh, get well soon, Ozzy. Send me a bacon strip here and there, and, well, I mean, you'd be surprised if you don't gain weight from all that.
Yeah. Well, see, I have a fat Chihuahua, so we know we're teaching her to play the PlayStation, because I'm always on the Xbox, so the only thing left over is the PlayStation.
Yeah, well, maybe we get a split screen once in a while. Is she single?
She is single. Peaches,
Oh,
come
Peaches.
here.
Mm.
Come here,
I'd have to
Peaches.
introduce Peaches to some cream.
Peaches, come here. Come on.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Here's my fat Chihuahua, Peaches. Come here, you little
Girl.
bastard.
Sounds like an attack dog when she barks.
Is that the girl of your dreams or what?
Oh, man. Girl. Oh, I see how it is. I
Plenty
barely
of
met you.
tongue.
Already on top of that. Oh, yeah.
Plenty of tongue.
Call me, girl. All right.
So how exactly does a dog manage to fit in the world of video games where there's all these aggressive humans?
Well, I guess you could say it's, no pun intended, a dog-eat-dog world out there when it comes to all the... I mean, like, I think I fit right in when it comes to the Call of Duty fan base. You just go in there, and I picked up the controller for the first time. Drifter was over at, I think, out with his wife somewhere. And I was just snooping around his house, just thinking of things to do. I was like, oh, man, I'm really freaking hungry. What can I do around here? And I noticed there was, like, this white thing on the ground. And I was like, oh, man, what is this thing? So I started hitting it. I started tapping it a bit. Started getting to know the buttons a bit. I turned the middle button on, and it just glows. It glows gray.
It glows.
And I was
Gray.
like,
Gray.
what's this? Well, I don't know. Gray, dark gray, light gray, whatever kind of gray it is. It's pretty
Oh,
much gray.
I know, because dogs are colorblind. Is that right?
Yes. Well, I mean, you guys look like a pretty shade of gray. You guys look like 50 shades of gray.
Oh, yeah. I read that at lunch in the bathroom.
Oh, nice.
More than I needed to know.
All right, we'll take off my hat because I can't be cool around the coolest, video dog in the joint here.
Uh-oh.
So we were wondering what is the Aussie take on the new Xbox that was just presented.
The Aussie take on the new Xbox is very interesting. I have to say,
Keep
me
it real,
being
dog.
a personal Xbox 360 fan, I actually have to say that I'm a tiny bit disappointed with it. Just like a tiny bit. I gotta say, they're not coming out too strong, honestly. I mean, from the reviews or from the videos that I looked up on it, I haven't done too much research on it, so correct me whenever I say something wrong. But, like, just the fact that you need to, I think how they worded it was, you've had to at least been able to sign online with your console at least once a day in order for it to, like, just for it to function. I mean,
Yep.
it just doesn't seem like that seems counterproductive. I mean, I remember when I bought my original Xbox back in the day, back in my past life, and I played that thing for like a good 5-6 years before I even realized what Xbox Live was. And so, like, I mean, consoles were originally made for the offline play, for you to get a chance to step outside of your world and just be able to experience something, even if it's just like a game as simple as Pong. You were like working like a good 9-10 hours a day or something. You just come home and you just ding doong ding doong ding. You didn't have to worry about USBs or like online routers or any of that. And it's just, I feel like Microsoft, in a way, is kind of, in my opinion, is going from supplying for the gamer to supplying for the profit.
Right. It's like they seem like they don't even care, or it's like maybe core gamers will revolt, but I don't know. Housewives and Uncle Ben was like, oh, look at that cool TV remote.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it does everything you want it.
Yeah,
they want to control the whole living room, man. That's the whole concept, supposedly. And, I mean, yeah, was it cool that the guy was talking to the TV? Game, TV. Yeah, but I don't need to do that. I have a controller.
Yeah.
I feel like a dumbass talking to the TV.
I mean, when I look at that and I see like all the, I mean, I understand people nowadays. I mean, let's get faces. You as the human race, when I've just noticed now and again, you guys tend to want the concept of a universal remote. Like, you want something that, like, if you have a hard day at work, you don't want to have to get up and do something. Like, that's understandable. Like, everybody has one of those days where you just don't want to do something. You want to play a video game, you just want to be able to grab a controller, say, do this, do that, do this, and you don't want to move. You sit on your couch, you scratch your manhood, and you just have a nice day. But this concept is like, I feel like if they invest so much into not just a gaming system, but like some kind of universal TV remote, like you were saying, Flex.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's not even a gaming console anymore. It's just like really not too old, but like an old Disney movie, Wall-E. They always portrayed like the human characters as like massive, just overweight machines did everything for him. I feel like we're on our way, like you're on your way there. I mean, and us dogs probably won't fall that far behind because you guys feed us, and if you guys go out of weight, we're just going to snack on the fridge. You can't roll around to get us, so then we're right there with you.
Domino's, put your stock in Domino's. That's where it's headed. Just there's probably an app on the Xbox where you just hit the X button and it calls a pizza in right there on the Xbox.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm pretty sure there's a Pizza Hut app.
Actually, one time I did order pizza from my TiVo. My TiVo had a pizza app. You never even have to talk to a person.
Oh my goodness! Now all you need is a button to wipe, and you're ready to go.
So I don't know. A lot of people in we're part of a clan, a little gaming group called Sub One, and everybody's talking about the PlayStation versus the Xbox One, and a lot of serious Xbox guys are seriously talking about the PlayStation now, including Flex.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's the word on the street where you're at?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm a little on the fence myself. I used to be a hardcore, just like nonstop Xbox, just Xbox every day. I mean, like I grew up with the PS2, but as soon as they started going with the Xbox, I was like, this is where I gotta be. This is my thing. And I'm looking at the Xbox One, and I gotta say, it's tripping on its way out the gate, if I could put it lightly. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't really looked. I haven't taken the chance to look up on the PS4. Did they announce anything about the PS4 so far?
Well, they had a big thing back in February where they told about the specs of it, and everybody says that it's just slightly more powerful than the Xbox. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be a problem as far as like the capacity goes, and also the architecture. It's going to be easier to write games for. So cross-platform games should work better this generation than they worked before. But they didn't talk about used games and shit like that.
No, they talked about the emulation bullshit again, where you would have to pay. You could play PS3 games and PS2 games, but you'd have to pay for them, and then they'd be emulated through the cloud or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds hinky right away.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I know that like me and like, cause like, whenever you go on Xbox, you always have like that 5 or 6 guys that you always just end up running around with. You know, when I'm talking to that little group, one thing that we always like wanted to speculate was just like, I wonder, because with the Xbox 360, at least it was backwards compatible. It was backwards compatible with the Xbox games, some original Xbox games, but then eventually like servers shut down, like Halo 2, for example. And like, but that was something that like people who just got enlightened to the Xbox could like, they could go back to, could still live like the nostalgia days before like before Halo Anniversary. I know I always popped in my old Halo game and I would play that on my 360. I'd be like, This is nice. This is nice to get back to the basics, if you will, get back to where it all started. But like, I feel like the Xbox One. I mean, first of all, the Xbox One, like, it seems to me right now it's more like the Xbox Lost. I mean, it's not. It just looks like. I mean, I've seen a picture of it. It looks like a PS3 with that like got a little weight.
It looks like a 1980-something VCR is what it looks like.
Yeah, and it might as well be.
And of course, now you've got the mandatory Kinect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a Kinect. I bought the Kinect when it came out, and it's like, okay, they got this game where you jump around on a raft, and you dodge these balls, you know, and all that. It's like, wee, that was really fun for like 2 days.
Then you found out if you get a nice, suitable stool, you can just do all that stuff from a stool.
It's like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, you know, okay, Dance Central. Okay, that's a game where actually you can really use the Kinect, and it's actually part of the game, and it makes it fun. But, you know, throwing the ball to the baby tiger, you know, just, come on.
I mean, it really seemed like it was more of a... I mean, of course, the Kinect, at least to my understanding, they made the Kinect to get people up, get people out of, like, you know, get people off their couch and get people moving, and be like, people thought, oh, it would be a nice, fun family thing, and it would be a nice, like, exercise and everything. And, but it seems to me like it's more towards, like, it just got to the point where it was like Nintendogs, but for like Xbox.
Yeah, really. The games for it were silly. Plus, we had to rearrange our living room just to use it. I mean, it's like it took an enormous amount of space. And getting it set up, they give you this little pair of eyes, you know, on a piece of cardboard. Have you ever done a Kinect or set one up?
I set up a Kinect. I don't think mine came with the eyes, but then again, I think I might have just threw out the eyes. I think I just literally plugged in my Kinect, and then I turned on my Xbox, and it was like, stand in this square. And I was like, all right. And then it's like, you'd be better if you could stand in this square, but you can only stand in this square. And I was like, well, shit, I'm sorry.
There's a wall right there. If I could pass through that wall, I might.
And then did they make like an improved Kinect or something for a while, like an updated Kinect? And
they have a lens, like an accessory lens, like a wide angle lens that you can stick on it, so it doesn't need as large of a room.
Doesn't work.
Really? Have you tried it?
I had one. They work for shit. You either had to stand like a foot away from the TV, or 7 feet, 8 feet away from the TV. So it didn't really work. But I hear the new Kinect's a lot better at pilfering private information off of you when you're just sitting there talking to someone.
See, that's the thing that worries me, because the new Kinect thing has to be connected for the Xbox to function. You can't do anything with the Xbox without the Kinect attached. That's what they're saying, right?
As far as I can understand, yeah.
So, I mean, here you've got a live webcam. Okay, it's got a microphone and a camera, like pointing at you on the couch. It's like, you know, are you going to scratch your balls wondering if, you know, the FBI is like checking it out?
Yeah, I mean, you really gotta. It it almost makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, I could definitely see where you're going from there.
It's like I'm gonna put a towel over the thing, you know.
I mean, they really seem to get you in like a stranglehold this century. Like, it's either you get this and you follow our rules, or you don't play. Like, oof. I mean, even the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360, in my opinion, has been the best Xbox. I think it was really balanced as far as like overall gameplay, design, setup from it. Of course, we had the Red Ring of Death, but like I think like that was just probably like a little, get a couple extra dollars if they tell them to send them in or do whatever they got to do to fix it. So then they realized that we have enough money now where we don't have to BS our fans like that, and we can actually give them working Xbox 360. So we go, okay, thank you, Microsoft. So then we all go out and we trade our Xboxes for the working ones, quote unquote, and then. From there, I mean, you gotta think about this now. How long has Xbox 360 been out? 10 years? 10 or so, or 8 years?
Yeah, something like that. 8, 9, something like that.
I mean, look how much the community, like, not like just the games and the developers and the designs and how I mean, granted that would probably have happened eventually, like in a certain amount of years, but just the overall, I mean, I know people who have been married, like, have proposed to their lovers because of, like, a Halo Forge map or something, and it's just like it's amazing. It's just, I feel like in the time that it took Xbox 360 to grow from the first time that it was dropped until like this current day, like it's flawless.
Well, it's pretty damn good. I mean, have you ever tried to play with friends on a PlayStation 3?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to fanboy right now, but I haven't even touched one. So
it's a nightmare.
Okay, it does not have party chat. So, I mean, everybody has to get in the same lobby of the same game to be able to talk.
That's
weird.
Yeah,
that's weird. I mean, we have friends that
with PS4.
I think they're fixing it. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, their network is free. You don't have to pay for it, and it works almost all the time.
It won't be free after, I think, the PS4 comes out. They're going to start charging for it.
Most months it works.
Oh, can I just say, I'm sorry, I really don't want to interrupt you. I feel like an ass every time when I do, but that just kind of brightened my day. Even if the Xbox One is a flop, now, just so PS3 players can stop bitching about, it's free, it's better because it's free. Well, who's laughing now, bitches? I mean, whenever you get the Xbox versus PS3, people are just like, well, Xbox 360 is nice, but PS3's, it's free, dude. Why would you pay for online? It's just like, well, but you have to think about what our money's going into. I mean, people think, they're just using it for a profit, but they're actually taking it. I mean, from what I hear, PS3 servers don't work for shit most days. Am I right on that?
Well, I have friends that are PS3 folks, and I have a PS3 too, so I'm not going to slam it too hard. I'm an Xbox guy who has a PlayStation.
Respectable. It's understandable.
And I want to get the new Xbox. I just hope that it doesn't, that we don't find out shit that will like put me off it too much. I mean, I'm rooting for the Xbox. Come on, Xbox.
You got to be careful because, always remember, Sony has really good database security, and they spend a lot of their money on.
Somebody didn't believe you.
Quiet, you.
Yeah, can you imagine not being able to go on Xbox Live for a month? I mean, how did those PlayStation people survive?
Oh my goodness!
I would have flopped over.
Oh,
well, they can always play Uncharted offline. Yeah. So in case anybody doesn't know, and I doubt anybody on the planet doesn't know, Ozzy is Drifter's dog. Drifter is a YouTuber who does these in-depth videos. If you want to find out anything about Call of Duty and a lot of other games too, Drifter is the guy, and he has this series. Ozzy has this series where it's called Noob versus Pro. So tell us about that, Ozzy.
Ah, boy, where do I begin? Well, Noob versus Pro. Pretty much, obviously, I'm the pro and he is the noob. He wishes to argue that fact on any game that we try and play together. So he always challenges me. Ozzy, I bet I can beat you on this. Ozzy, I can beat you on that. I'm like, boy, it is on like Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much Noob versus Pro, me versus him. He takes the controller for a bit, I take the controller for a bit, and obviously we all find out who's the big winner. Me. And by the end of the day, I get bacon every time. So
I watched the Mob of the Dead video the other day, and you kicked ass, and he was like, "Where do I go? Where do I go?"
Hey, let's get a plug for the channel. What channel is it? What YouTube channel?
Oh, what YouTube channel for? Well, we just recently swapped from I think Machinima to IGN because apparently there was like I don't know if I could get too much into that, but let's just say people were cutting stuff and things and that and all that. But the new channel is www.youtube.com/Ozzy and Drift. That's capital O, Z-Y, capital N, and lowercase Drift.
There'll be a graphic. There'll be a graphic on screen, and it'll be a link in the description. So yeah, I really can't believe we actually got the famous dog Ozzy in our podcast here. We've been doing this podcast now for getting close to a year. Every single Friday morning it comes out. We haven't skipped once.
Nope. Even when I was in the hospital, we didn't skip.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you go in the hospital for?
Patient does not stop the show.
Okay, Ozzy, you asked for it. Tell him, Flex.
What was I in the hospital for? Gallstones, a bowel obstruction, and pancreatitis.
Damn. I commend you, sir.
All in 3 months.
Oh, you get my MLG seal of approval. I do not think you could, even with Juggernaut, I don't think anybody could walk away from that.
See, that's what happens to old folks, man. It's like when you're not video gaming, you're telling your ills and your ails.
I'm listening.
Oh man, I mean, I gotta commend you guys alone. I mean, I gotta say, like, absolutely no offense coming here, but you guys have to be like the most, we'll say, mature people that I've seen in the Xbox community. I mean, wow. You guys are, I'm really proud. I'm really glad I could be here. I'm actually really honored I could be here. You guys are like a classic, like, you guys look like a Batman and Robin kind of guy. Like, you guys are, I don't want to say Cheech and Chong, that might not be the right group, but,
more like Jay and Silent Bob.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Flex and Silent Juice.
Yeah, we actually have an English dude in our group that we play with, and is he 68 or did he turn 69? I think he turned 69.
Yeah, he's up there.
Nice.
Billy from what part? He's what part of England is he from? Shit, I don't know. He has an accent as thick as hell.
I don't know. He's from the UK though. He's a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billy.
All right. So, do you have a lot of friends in strange places? I'm sure you do, being as popular of a dog as you are.
Yeah. Let's see here. I have to say the strangest place I've had a minion from, minions, depending on how I'm feeling that day, is I have a fan from Norway, actually. His name is Skillins. And he always, like, he's a really nice kid. I think he's about, like, probably 16, 17. And he talked to me one day. He was like, but obviously I don't know, like, I don't want to insult him by attempting to do his accent. It'd be like, But he's just like, Ozzy, I'm a really big fan. I was like, oh, thanks a lot. What's your name, bud? And he goes, Thor. I'm like, what? Yeah. Thor.
That's his actual name, his human name?
His human name is freaking Thor. And I was like,
Right.
I like you. I'm talking to the freaking god of lightning right now.
Yeah, my wife was born in Norway, and her dad lives there still. He's
Zeus.
His first name is Knut.
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 Yep.
Knut.
Nice.
Yeah, his dad's name was Odd, spelled O-D.
Odd Knut. What's her name?
Her name is Anne.
Odd
Nice,
Knut
normal
Anne.
Hey, we're gonna have a meetup several of the people in our little gaming group are going to all meet together. And is it Illinois, Flex?
Yep.
Now, Flex had to drop out. He's not going to be able to make it because he has some car troubles that ate up all his money.
Oof.
Yeah. But I'm going to be there. We're going to meet folks in real life. Real life!
Whoa. I heard the graphics out there are insane, but you only get one life, so be careful.
Okay, so, we'll be definitely posting. We'll be posting some shit up there. So I was looking at Tom's YouTube channel, and he eats a lot. He tends to consume food on his channel.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I tell him, like, Tom, no, dude, if you're gonna start eating, I mean, like, what? He demanded. He's like, Ozzy, if we're going to do this, I don't want to be just the guy behind the camera. I want to have my own segment. I'm just like, what are you going to do? And he's just like, I'll think of something. So he's literally posting videos about him eating a cookie and whatnot on my channel. I'm like, dude, you're eating a cookie. Nobody's going to want to watch that. And I look down and people are like, this is the greatest video ever. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I can get views just for eating
shit and
bacon.
everything else.
Oh, it was a big ass cookie. I mean, it was like this big honking ass cookie, and he didn't finish it, by the way, which I was disappointed with.
Oh, my God.
I was rooting for him. And then he goes into Subway and he's like sneaks a hidden camera and is like this, some sort of a health inspector or something.
Yeah, I wonder about that guy. Besides being my camera guy, I don't really look him in the eye too much. I don't want to be careful, but I heard he's starting to do gamer fitness. I don't know if he's a fan I think he's a fan of Drifter. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that, by the way. You can't really be the camera guy of Ozymandias and suck the other guy's ding dong right in front of him, so
That's it. So do you actually consume that Gamma Labs juice?
Gamma Labius? Heck yeah! Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I'm pretty sure I think I actually saw color for the first time I tried it, which was interesting. It was rainbows and
So it comes in a powder, right?
Yes, it's a powdered drink. Apparently, according to Dripper, it's like some kind of it really wakes you up. I did not expect it to wake you up. It comes in like a powder that almost looks, I don't want to say radioactive, but it's like, it glows when you pour it in. It's a powdered drink. You pour it in like water or something. You shake it up, and it turns like this, depending on what flavor you get. I think I had the lime. I think there's a lime flavor. I shook that up, and it turned into like this, like a very neonish color, I believe. And then I had like a sip of it, and it was just like, oh, I can feel my hair growing, and it was amazing. Pretty sure you're not supposed to feed it to dogs, but I'm an MLG dog, so it was okay.
It's okay. So you just lap it out of your dish, and or do you actually have a glass with a straw?
Depending on what I do. I was talking to Tom. Hopefully, he's gonna get me a harness with kind of like a beer hat, except it's like a beer pouch.
Oh, that would be awesome. Hey, those Saint Bernards, they carry the barrel right underneath their chin.
Oh, I gotta talk to somebody about that.
See,
Get a nice
that's
barrel.
what we gotta do, man.
In Rome.
Well, since it comes in a powder, I think like after a while you drink the Gamma Labs and it's not doing its stuff anymore because you're building up a tolerance. Well, why not just take that powder and lay it out on a mirror, chop it up with your credit card.
Just get a little bit of the. You guys like the party?
Take it straight, It's like, and then
it's good and clean, sterile.
10 minutes later, you'll be coughing up these, bright green boogers and shit.
It's a party. Party's a party. As long as you're safe. I do not condone. Kids out there, I do not condone the act of drugs. Ozzy's a clean dog. I'm just saying.
So, I have not tried the Gamma Labs here. I have got to look into getting one of those free samples. Can you get Dripper to hook us up?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, Tom himself has not actually gotten his G Fuel yet, which is interesting.
Have you paid for it? Has he paid for it?
He wanted to get like a free sample. I told him that he'd get a free sample just because he's the camera guy. It'd be kind of mean if he, part of the group or whatnot.
Well, if he falls asleep and drops the camera,
yeah. I mean, that's next thing you know, they're just looking at my neutered balls, and that's just kind of weird. Nobody wants to look at that. It's the wrong answer with these.
So here's everyone wants to know: do you have the silicone implants?
The silicone implants. Oh,
the nudicles. They call them nudicles.
You know, there was a time when they put a cone on me, and they're just like, Ozzy, whatever you do, don't go nipping down there. And they're just like, why? And they're just like, you're not gonna like what you find. And I was just like, oh. So I've been kind of afraid to look ever since. I feel something clinking every once in a while, so I don't know. Maybe I got TiVo down there or something. But
well, have you found that it's limited your Call of Duty teabagging?
Yeah.
I've actually I put in an order. I want to be able to make keychains. We were thinking about making Noob versus Pro merchandise. I wanted to get like when we eventually settled down in the new house and everything, we got things sorted out. I was going to talk to Dripper about maybe getting like Noob versus Pro T-shirts and maybe like keychains with plastic Shiba Inu balls on them, and then tell people to teabag people with them.
Kick ass.
I would definitely buy some Noob versus Pro swag, man. I would wear it proudly on Bulletproof Underwear.
Oh, nice.
Jeez. Yeah. So you play Call of Duty, but you're also seems to be you're kind of a Halo dude of a dog as well. Is that right?
Well, being being an MLG Pro, you tend to be able to have to prove whether or not you can be, because anybody can be good at just one game, but an MLG Pro has got to be able to show the minions that he's good at any game. So I've kind of branched out. I've kind of taken away from my MLG safe zone and just kind of gone out with the world. And I've started with this massively popular other big thing called Halo, and I was like, Halo? You start off dead? Like, what's going on here? So I pop in there. I'm this big clunking guy. I guess his name's Master Chef or something. And, like, he's got, like, this chick talking to him, just nagging him the entire time. I mean, these people who made him must have really just wanted to tick him off. It's like, we got this 6'5" guy who has the capability to destroy an entire alien armada. Let's give him a really naggy, crazy wife. And just put him in the back. And I was like...
just needle him to death.
And another thing is, like, they've got... See, the thing that, like, really... I don't want to say grinds my gears, but, like, you have this guy. You have these super soldiers, I think they're called, what, Spartans? Yeah.
Spartans, yeah.
You got these Spartans. And Spartan 1s, I guess they went up to 4. I don't know, they had like a volume. They were like the Harry Potter books of superheroes or something, but it just come up. Spartan 1s. Some guy named Sergeant Johnson, he walks around with a cigar all day. How he did not get lung cancer, I will never know. God rest his soul. You got Chief, Jeff, or, Clinker.
The guy with the cool visor or whatever.
Yeah. You got that guy. You got a couple other people. That's cool. Those guys were awesome. I just gotta say, like, those were pretty cool. Spartan 3s, I think they were... Who was a Spartan 3? Pretty much, I think, Noble Team from Halo Reach, I think. They were all Spartan 3s. And then the Spartan 4s. These guys are bitches. Like, I just gotta say it. Like, Master Chief can take down this entire freaking thing, but then if you knock a Spartan 4 in the back of the head, dead. I don't understand what's going on. Is there, like, a kill switch literally in the back of their skull where they can wear a $6 billion suit that has like shields and armor, and you can get all the different color masks and everything, but none of them have any like use. It's all just aesthetic.
Well, it's like costumes. This is cosplay. They're dressing up like Spartans, but it's not a real Spartan suit. It's just like this thing that you get.
It's
at
just
GameStop.
pots and pans robots, pretty much. I mean, like with all the mix and matching, it's just like, do I want paper or plastic?
Yeah, well, I was watching a live stream that you did, and you were actually, due to the fans, you were asking the fans, the viewers, what we wanted to watch, and we voted for the Ballad of Gay Tony on Grand Theft Auto. How far did you get? I mean, you seem to have trouble with the golf balls.
Yeah, the golf ball, because it's a Grand Theft Auto game. What are you doing? I mean, I'm personally me. I'm a first person. I'm a third person shooter. I get in there. You give me a gun. I learn how to use it. I shoot the bad guys. It's just bang bang A B C D. I'm a pretty straightforward shooting dog, and I'm a pretty straight shooting dog when it comes to getting people in the head. But when you give me a game where you're apparently supposed to be, and this is me branching out, so I'm trying something new.
That's
but
right.
you give me something that's you're a thug or something, or I mean, like I guess like the Grand Theft Auto games, is like you're a guy and you're just trying to struggle or something. You're
Yeah,
struggling,
he's a Puerto Rican badass.
and you got him trying to like be the next Tiger Woods. I mean, I don't understand what's going on. He's like, you got to hit this guy. I don't know, whatever the random mob guy was. There's a freaking guy. He's always making fun of you about your ethnicity. So he's just sitting there like, God, fucking you guy over there, you Mexican, you burrito eater. And it's just like, dude, you want me to hit a guy in the balls with a golf ball from like 2,000 feet? What do you want?
Why don't you just get up, walk over to the guy, and kick him in the balls?
I'm serious. Or like take pot shots from him like a foot away. Why do you have to show off to the world that you can like pinpoint a guy in the balls with a freaking golf ball?
I can hit a 300-yard drive and hit the guy in the head or the balls. He didn't seem to like it too much, though. It was
I
kind
could
of
do
funny.
that. I should be on the PGA. Fuck the video games.
Actually, you sort of made me want to go get that game, the Legend of Gay Tony. It looked like fun. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, with every game, there's going to be a part where you get stuck at. The one thing that I really enjoy about it, and it was after the live stream went down, I had a friend, T Gizzle. He's just like, like we can try the multiplayer. I'm sure it'll be a lot better than that. I'm just like, as long as you don't got to have me freaking put my 4-iron in someone's ass. I mean, I guess I'd be good with that. And so we play some multiplayer, and the multiplayer free roam, which is just pretty much just go around the map and just chill with friends. You can set it up to like you have cops, no cops, daytime, nighttime, respawn seconds, like 10 seconds or whatever if you want to make it more realistic. Cops on, cops off, friendly fire. And I guess in Gay Tony, something that they did that they didn't have in the first two expansions or whatever was that it has parachutes. And I've been to a parachute. He's just like, step on this purple arrow. There's purple arrows around the map. And I guess if you like hit the left bumper or something, then you go to the top of a building. I'm just like, what do I do? And he goes, jump. I'm like, okay. So I jump off. And you could just sit there and just parachute across the entire city. And it's just like all these amazing things. I would definitely recommend, I tell you right now, Yam Juice, if you go and you get Grand Theft Auto, and I would recommend getting the, I think it's like Game of the Year edition or whatever by now, and they got all the expansions, because that's usually what they do. If you get that, or if you have enough like Microsoft points, you go ahead and buy them separately, whatever you're feeling, whatever is strategically cool. If you get that, I guarantee you and I will have the time of our lives on that game together. I will personally hook you up. We will go on a live stream, and we will start cracking skulls. We can go hobo hunting. I am
there. Oh, since you mentioned hobo, I have to put a plug for the greatest film of all time. If you haven't seen this, it's on Netflix. You can watch it instantly. Hobo with a Shotgun. Rutger Hauer. It's the most violentest. In one scene, he sets a whole bus full of kids afire.
Oh my God!
School kids. He sets them on fire.
What the fuck kind of hobo is he, man? Jesus Christ.
No, the bad guy. The bad guy does that. He's the good guy.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I beseech you to go out and watch instantly Hobo with a Shotgun.
So it's like the good guy is a hobo. Is the bad guy like a pissed off Puerto Rican with napalm, or like?
Well, he like runs this town. Him and his two evil sons, and they have everybody quaking, and he has a cut of everybody's action. And this guy he drifts into town. He's trying to save up his money to buy a lawnmower so he can make a little bit of pocket money.
Huh.
But he thwarts these guys a couple of times, and he ends up spending his lawnmower money on a shotgun at a pawn shop. And the rest ensues is just pure violentishness.
Sounds hilarious to me.
Oh, he befriends a hooker. So
well, thank goodness.
But she's got a heart of gold. So
they all do.
A heart of gold and legs of mold. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much well known that all hookers are heart of gold type of things. They're all diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Are there dog hookers?
Dog hookers? Oh man. Let's see here. Dog hookers. Last time I checked, well, there's no real sense of because we don't have like dog currency. So it's kind of just like a howdy do off in the corner one day, or if you want to get a doggy bag, that's just kind of like 5 sniffs. Or we make our own currency.
That is awesome. So I imagine being a famous dog, you get all the bitches and the Call of Duty dog female groupies, all 3 of them.
All 3 of them, he says. Actually, I've been getting to know another young little dog recently, and coincidentally, I met her through Tom, who knows her owner, and we've been kind of hooking out. Now she doesn't know about video games, so that was a tiny bit of a turn off at first. But I thought, you know what, girl's got a sweet ass. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try and hook her up.
So that just means she's normal,
Yeah. Well, yeah. But, normal girls with Ozymandias, they don't stay normal for too long. So.
And they don't stand a chance.
Boom. 1v1 shot.
Come at me, bro. Yeah, they take one look at that fuzzy face. You do look like a squirrel a little bit.
Squirrel? Wait, what? Huh. Wait. Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. Okay.
I actually saw the video where you attacked a squirrel, and it was Drifter had to cut the scene because you actually snapped his neck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was sitting in my room playing. Well, I guess it's Oliver. It's a real room. Sometimes when he's lucky, Drifter gets to sleep at the end of my bed, and I was getting ready to start like a game, and I was just like play some Black Ops, and all of a sudden I hear, ah! Oh my god! Ah! I walk out my room and I see Dripper just dancing in the corner, just wondering, oh my god, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He goes, there's a freaking squirrel in here. Get it, Ozzy, get it. And that's where the video pretty much turned on. I was like, oh my god, whatever, come here, come here. Oh my god, and then he started nipping at me, and I was like, oh, you little fucker, you are not getting away without your neck broken. I just went, Shazam! Next thing you know, bam, MLG sliced right to the back of the neck. I ate him later that day. It was delicious.
Well, you should have saved the pelt and like put it on like a car antenna or something.
Make myself a little like squirrel, like a little squirrel shaw. I walk around, people, you are free.
There you go.
So I imagine you must have got a little bit of flack from the PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, because of squirrel snuff film.
The thing about PETA is that I found a loophole. They get angry at abuse against animals, but when humans give abuse against animals, but I'm not technically in the humanoid category, so I'm able to snack on a squirrel or two, and nobody knows the wiser. Plus, we pay all the video evidence later on.
Yeah. So have you guys got any plans in the works? Anything new with New versus Pro coming up?
Well, as I mentioned before, with the whole new house coming up and just kind of getting everything set up. Before the old place that we had, we didn't have anywhere to put the green screen, so we couldn't have me sit on the green screen. It was just no room. It was just no efficient place without light bleeding in or any of those things. So now apparently in this new house, I haven't taken like all the room tour yet. But I hear that we're most likely going to be able to put the green screen back up, and we do want to return to the fans New versus Pro, but we may have to do it because we're with IGM. I'm not entirely sure how all that goes. I just kind of leave Drifter with the whole technicality stuff, and I just sit on there and I just badmouth the hell out of them. And we may have to do a bit of a different format because do they own it or something?
Machinima, do they own that series?
It's not that they own the series. It's just Machinima's a little more lenient with language than IGN.
Really?
From from what I've been told, yes. With IGN, it's not that they're like Bremer Hitler. Like if you say fuck, they're not going to be like cease and desist. But it's kind of
It's like that's a check mark. You only get 5 more.
Yeah, we have a 5 fuck limit per episode, so.
use them wisely, you know. Don't burn them all up at once.
But just fucking throw them fuckers out fucking anywhere. Oh, I just wasted 3.
Oh man, how am I going to get through this without using it?
And it's just a lot of people think like, oh, it's stage, the comedy stage. But like this is what makes it even harder is that, believe it or not, it's not. We do not stage like what we say. Like this is 100% like improv at there. What we do, because it's just real life. We're playing a video game. He says something, and I'm going to say something. But like when you're hanging out with a buddy, or even if you're hanging out with somebody you're trying to be competitive with, if they do something to you and like you're not thinking, you're just gonna be like, oh, you fucking bastard. But like you can't say that, so it's just like, you blueberry gumdrop, damn you. I mean, God.
That's like TB&R frags. Have you ever heard that guy try to curse?
Oh my goodness.
Cack sucker or something like that. You're a cat sucker. I don't know. Oh fudge. You know, it's just like leave it to Beaver kind of shit. So you know, obviously, you know, Drifter is going to need to do something, you know, to kind of fill up the episodes, because now that he's done like just about every conceivable possible, you know, in depth that there could possibly be, you know, and you still got months to fill before the next COD comes out. So Drifter's going to have to hit up the old Ozymandias for something to talk about.
Looks like he's gonna have to come crawling back.
I think you got him where you want him, so it's like you should like.
Oh, I'm exploiting it. Oh yes, I am. All the bacon I can eat.
Hey, you know, I just read today that the Canadians, they've got new currency, and it's in the news that their money smells like maple syrup.
Yeah, but doesn't everything there smell like maple syrup? I mean, I never been to Canada.
You know, that's not even a joke. It actually, people say, yeah, the Canadian currency smells like maple syrup.
Wow. Didn't one lady have a bunch of her money melt together or something?
Yeah, supposedly it also melts. If it gets too hot, it melts.
Oh, man, that's a bargain right there. Way to go, Canada, on that one. Hey, hey, dear, you got any change? I could use some for my flapjacks over here.
Yeah, just like hold it under your nose while eating bites or something.
Oh my goodness, you silly Canadians.
So Ozzy, you know, is like we should probably wrap this up pretty soon. But you know what? We would love to have you back on our big 52, our 52nd episode. You know, our 1 year anniversary.
Aw.
Yeah, that would be great.
I would absolutely love to. I'd absolutely be honored to do it. And maybe next time I'll try and get Dripper in on this so we can all have a good old
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Well, we're planning on, you know, maybe getting as many cool people as we can find. But, you know, whatever happens, you know, you are definitely invited. And if you can get that has-been low rent, you know, Dripper guy, you know, we would stoop to accept him in our podcast.
I guess we'd let him in. I don't know.
Kind of a persona non grata, you know. It's like, well, if he's friends with Ozzy, you know.
Yeah, I guess if he feeds them once in a while, and sure. But yeah, most definitely, I would. I'll talk to him. I've actually, while we were talking, I was motioning him to him to come over here, but I guess he's spending some time with the wife at the moment. I guess she's got to hold him at night and tell him it's going to be okay, and you just got to get one more in-depth episode while Ozymandias is sleeping and taking a spot on the bed. So
that's right. Hey, his wife is a hottie.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to lie.
She's not hard on the eyes.
If she didn't say no to him, I might have come in there and been like, hey, you want to get out of here? Maybe grab some bacon or something after this? Or,
In his video today, he was bragging about how he used to be a football star. Did you hear that?
Everybody used to be a football star.
No. He was saying he used to be like this really, really good defensive football player in high school. And I'm looking at him and it's like, Are you serious?
I'm sure when he was in high school, he played a lot of NFL. You know, I mean, a lot of people had that game for the Xbox back in the day. So,
Oh, you know what? The original Atari 2600, the funnest game that I had for that was the football. You had these 3 little blobs that were like moving. You had no control over them, but you had control of your quarterback. And you could like get the guys to block for you in a certain kind of way, and you could run or pass, and you could throw a curve on your pass. It was like...
Sounds complicated.
I think I'll stick with Call of Duty on my half.
There you go. So we have a way that we always end all these episodes. Since we have you on such a still camera, we're gonna have to do some video manipulation to make this happen. But so this is episode number 48, and if you've been watching this far,
Good for you.
thank you.
Good job, everybody.
So I am your co-host Yam Juice.
And I'm your co-host Flex.
And we'd like to thank our super duper extra special megastar, actual star, Ozymandias. Woo! Thanks, Ozzy.
Thanks, Ozzy.
So here we go. It's time, gentlemen.
My ugly teeth.
Yeah, thank goodness the resolution is not too good, or you can see like it definitely needs to go visit the hygienist. Oh, so we're still recording. So this is the official outtakes. Do you want to do something embarrassing?
We could all break into dance or song.
How about river dance? I don't feel like using my arms.
Wait, you can dance on rivers?
You never seen that Irish dancing where they're like their feet are all over the place, they're going crazy, but they're like from the waist up, they're absolutely motionless. It's the weirdest thing.
Sounds like Drifter in bed. Bazinga.
Bazinga!
Yowza!